Yellow Brick War by Danielle Page. This is the third book in the Dorothy Must Die series. Amy and the Wicked, while trapped in Kansas, frantically try to find Dorothy's shoes to return to Oz. After Amy returns to high school and unites with her prior nemesis, Madison, they work together to find the silver slippers. The evil Gnome King tries to hurt Madison, so Amy uses the shoes to escape with the Wicked back to Oz. After many strenuous battles with Dorothy's army, Amy uses evil powers within the shoes to slay Toto. Knox and Amy then set out to defeat Dorothy once and for all. With the help of Lurleen, Amy restores peace to Oz. What does the text do? One unique literary device that the author uses is anti-heroes. One example of an anti-hero in the text is the main character, Amy Gum. Amy is not a typical hero because she is from a rough background, is sarcastic, and is even pure evil at some points in the story. Amy physically turns into a monster while she slays Toto, which relates more to a villain than a hero. Another character that could be considered an anti-hero is Knox. Knox is very closed off and mostly follows what he is told. Heroes are their own master and take initiative to do things on their own. Lastly, Mombi the witch is definitely an anti-hero. Mombi is the Wicked Witch of the North. She had conquered and ruled Gillikin Country for years. However, in this novel, she works for the good of Oz rather than her own agenda. The author probably uses the anti-heroes device to make the story different from any other fairy tale story. It is much more satisfying to read about a hero with flaws rather than a perfect, unrealistic being. The author most likely wanted the characters to be more relatable and realistic so that you can feel more connected to the text. Danielle Page is very effective in using this literary device to keep you hooked on the story. What does the text mean? My claim is that Amy Gum is very stubborn, and the first piece of evidence is when Amy kisses Knox during the battle and after Ozma's coronation. This goes against the Order of the Wicked's rules. And the text that proves this is that she describes it as a kiss full of longing for the life we never have together. The second time that Amy shows that she is stubborn is when she tries to spare Pete's life, when Knox specifically tells her not to. And she says, "Knox, I don't trust Pete, but I don't think he can harm us anymore." The universal idea that shows itself in the text is that good always prevails over evil. One piece of evidence that shows this is when Amy defeats Dorothy and Ozma becomes queen. The text that proves this is when Amy says, "For now anyway, Oz was free. Dorothy was gone. We'd done it. After all that fighting, all that loss and sacrifice, I never thought we would actually win." Another time that you see good win over evil is when Amy and Knox thought that they were going to lose the battle with Toto and his army. Queen Lulu and the monkeys come and help save her life. And this is what Lulu says when she's coming in to save the day. "Die in a blaze of glory, right? You want to get close to the pooch from hell? I'll take you. Just don't say I never did anything for you." And my proposal reflection? My goal for this quarter was to examine the dystopian society the author created and see how she develops it throughout this Dorothy Must Die series. I noticed that throughout the shifts of power in the novels, the author changes the citizens of Oz from terrified, timid beings to hopeful and patriotic. The author also does an excellent job at showing how having a thirst for power patently leads to corruption. A desire for control is at the heart of every dystopian novel, and I believe the author is very successful in developing her own and taking her own take on a dystopia. And that was the Yellow Brick War.